It's summertime and we are spending a lot more time outside, but we need to be taking care of our skin. So that's why we've invited Miss Renee Duffin in today, talking about skin cancer awareness, talking about the signs, talking about how to prevent it, because that's the most important thing, is prevention. Thank you for joining us, Miss Duffin.
Thank you for having us. We're so excited to be here. And you're absolutely correct. It is the best time of the year, which is the time to be outside. But we want to make sure that we're protecting our skin. 1 in 5 Americans will develop some type of skin cancer in their lifetime, and it is the most commonly diagnosed cancer. Melanoma is the most deadly form of skin cancer, so you want to make sure that you're protecting the skin that you're in. And that means applying sunscreen, wearing a hat, wearing sunglasses, protective clothing, but reapplying that sunscreen on a most frequent basis. As you listen to the weather, the meteorologist will tell you that the risk of getting a sunburn is within 15 minutes, so you should be reapplying that sunscreen. And one of the most common downfalls of sunscreen application is the amount that we use. And so most people don't realize, but we should be putting at least a shot glass, which is about this size, full of sunscreen on our bodies each time we apply it. And most of us do not do that. So we want to make sure that we're applying enough sunscreen, that we're using an SPF 50 or higher, and when you can, wear that hat and protect yourself as well.
Now, you mentioned melanoma. What are the other types of skin cancer?
There are other types, including basal cell and squamous cell carcinomas of the skin. They're less deadly, but melanoma is the most deadly form of skin cancer. But if it's caught early, it can be beat. And so we want to make sure that we are checking our skin on a regular basis, doing those visual examinations ourselves, and seeing a dermatologist or your primary care physician for your skin at least once a year. If you notice any changes, if you have moles, if you have dark spots, and if you notice any changes in any of those, in shape, size, color, the edges of them become different, you should definitely get those taken a look at, because you want to make sure that it is not a skin cancer. And when we say do that self-examination, that means all parts of your body, the backs of your legs, your back, your feet, even your scalp. And so most of us don't realize that you can get sunburn in your hairlines. One of the worst I ever had was in the part in my hair when I had longer hair. So you want to make sure you're checking all parts of your body.
Now, of course, being in the sun is one of the more obvious ways that someone can get skin cancer. Are there any other things that we need to know about?
So even if you're not like laying by the pool or at the beach, just driving in your car, resting your arm on the side of the door while you're driving long distances. We did an education event one time, and there was a young lady who discovered a skin cancer on her arm because she had a 30-minute commute every day. Wow. And her arm would be in the sun through the window on her car. And so just making sure you're doing that. When you take that afternoon walk, making sure that you have on sunscreen then. So it's just a good, just like you get up and you wash your face, put on your sunscreen as well, and especially on your children. 2 or more bad sunburns under the age of 15 increases your risk of developing melanoma later in life. So you want to make sure that the kids are applying their sunscreen as well.
So kind of the biggest takeaways are, of course, wear sunscreen, especially when you're outdoors, but even when you're not, because like you said, driving in the car, that sunlight coming through the window, that can have an impact as well. And then also those yearly checkups with your dermatologist.
Yearly checkups, and making sure you're doing that self-examination at least once a month, and noticing any changes in your skin. And also, if you can, wear a hat, wear sunglasses to protect your eyes. If appropriate, long sleeves, that helps as well.
Some great tips for this summer season and year round. We really appreciate these tips, Ms. Duffin.
Thank you.